I don't have a relationship topic. I'm just being more so nosy. I would like to know what is on your bucket list of things to accomplish before you leave this earth. Or have you thought about it?
Okay.
Randomizer.
Yes. What does that smell?
Somebody fart over there?
No. Did you?
No.
Oh, I was saying you would have farted on the podcast. No, I think it smells like the dog peed somewhere or something. I pray he did not.
I think that's you. Oh, is that me? No, it's not me. That's you, I think.
No, I don't want to answer my own.
Oh, it's me.
Blue.
It's on you.
It don't look blue in the
It look
camera, but
green
that's
in the
me.
camera.
Okay, so do you mean like as far as like impact or just things in general that I want to do?
Just what's on your bucket list. It's up to your interpretation.
Things on my bucket list. I want to start with some material shit because that's just what I want to start with. So first, I would like to say that at some point in my life, I want a 911 Turbo. Just put that out there. I need to touch at least $1 million at least once. I need to touch. Yeah, just at one point, I need at least $1 million at one point in time in my life.
Oh, just all in your account at one time.
Just period. I need $1 million at one point. I also would like to see every continent at least once. Except I'm not really too pressed on the poles, North and South Pole, Antarctica. I'm not really super pressed on that. I don't really like the cold like that. So with that goal, I'm almost complete. I only got one more continent. I just got to see Australia, and I've seen them all except Antarctica. So I'm doing pretty good on that one. And then also with that, I would like to start a nonprofit at some point that helps young black people, black teens and shit with money management.
Black Latinas,
black teens,
and shit
that helps them with like money management, credit, like all just information that we never get shown these things until it's too late.
Very true.
Like you gotta think like white people they know about credit cards, taxes, all that kind of shit from when they're young because their parents teach them. A lot of our parents in the black community, they don't know any better, so they can't teach us those things because you can't teach somebody what you don't know. And so I would like to be able to help young black people be able to get ahead. And because you got to think of just how many lives and generations that affects. If I teach some young black teens now how to manage their money, and they're not in poverty, or they learn how to like save money, you don't always have to buy shit to keep up with people and all the kind of shit, how to file taxes to your benefit the way that white people do, and they don't end up paying taxes and shit, and they beat the system. Like, teach people how to do that kind of stuff, then they can teach their children, and that's how you grow generational wealth and you break generational curses and shit like that. Also, teach young black teens about travel. I talk to people all the time about traveling, and they think, oh man, I would love to go to Paris one day, but it costs like $2,000 to go to Paris and shit. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I can go to Paris 3 times for $2,000 at least, and have a place to stay and all that kind of stuff. Like, I just don't want, like, I want to kind of break down a lot of the, like, negative stigmas of, like, or break down, like, people's views of things that they can't do in the black community.
Make it more attainable. Like,
like, people feel like
more attainable what it is.
Exactly. Like, it pisses me off so much when I remember specifically kind of recently, I don't know if it might have been last year sometime, Young Thug posted a picture in Venice, on a gondola in Venice. And people were so hype about this shit. Like, yo, this nigga Thug is on a gondola in Venice. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, bro, like, that shit not even that crazy. I've been on a fucking gondola in Venice. And I ain't ever rapped a day in my life. Well, that's not true. I got a couple songs, you know what I'm saying? A couple thousand views on the tube. But that's besides the point. I'm not a rapper. And I've done these things before. I've been to Venice, and I've been on a gondola in Venice on my own. Like, I might not have millions of followers and shit, but that proves more. Like, I went to school on the south side of Atlanta. Like, that's where I went to high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can do that, like, anybody else can do it too. It's just like, you have to want to do it or know that you can do it.
In the inner city, his school is worse than your school.
My nigga, that's not the point here. I'm just talking
Oh,
about being.
I'm
just talking about in
Like, I
general
went to
being-
the south side of Atlanta like that was a horrible school. That was a good school.
My nigga, the South Side is bad. Nigga, no, it's not. Are you fucking
That
kidding
school's
me?
not a good school.
Nigga,
That's
fuck no. It's not that much different. If we being completely honest, yeah, they might be a little worse. Like, all right,
It's
cool.
a hell of a difference.
No, it's not a hell of a
Yes, it
difference.
is.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Anyway,
I said there's an
like
educated
I did you go to
in
school in the
inner
South
city
Side?
school.
Did you go to school in Clayton County?
Yes, I did actually.
When?
When I was in elementary school.
That shit don't count.
To you.
That's not what I'm talking about. That shit don't mean nothing, bro.
When I was
I'm
in
not
elementary
hearing that
school.
right now. I don't give a fuck what school you go to. South side of Atlanta, inner city Atlanta. If you're black, period, because I know when you're black, period, I don't care where you go to school, you don't get the same information as white kids.
ACK purr.
So I'm gonna put that in here. She want to continue to make jokes.
you
I'm
think,
talking about
Bree?
in general. When you're black, period, you don't get the same opportunities as white kids, and I want to even the playing field. That's what I want to
I
do.
mean, yeah.
That's what I wanna
on
do.
your bucket list. is to
That's on
even
my
the
bucket
playing
list.
field.
You guys can make all the
Even
jokes you
the
want and all
playing
this other shit.
field.
That's what I want to do.
My bucket list, I haven't really put too much thought into it. Like, my bucket list is to own a home, own multiple, own multiple properties. Of course, finish school, continue education, travel, have kids is on my bucket list. I don't know, my bucket list is
Have
kind of
kids.
simple. It's just like, I feel like it's all kind of attainable. Just my bucket list is simple. It's nothing really extreme at all. Like,
You never thought about it too much.
no, I never really thought about it too much. Like, see Beyonce, I've done that,
See Beyonce. It's on your bucket list.
Yeah. So I feel like my bucket list is still growing. Like, I'm not very, I don't know. It's of course, I want to have a family. I want to have generational wealth. I want to be able to help nurture and mold, people, my children, hopefully I'll be an influence to others. But bucket list, I'm still kind of evaluating it. I don't know.
That's fair. I ask because sometimes I feel pressured to have like a bucket list or a 5-year plan. And it's like, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. But if I had to just kind of think of the different things that I want to do, I have a very gluttonous personality. I just want to eat. I feel as though there's a lot of good food in this world. I want to experience it all. I do want to travel. I just kind of like envision
Would you want to travel to experience
myself.
the food?
Yeah, that too. I like to eat when I'm traveling. Every cultures are
Andrew
different,
Bourdain?
cuisines are different. Yes, let's go. So, I just kind of like envision
I mean, it's definitely
myself
important. I didn't
as
want,
like
really quickly, I didn't want to make it feel like I was downplaying it because obviously different cultures have different food. That is a part of it. I was making a joke because she just said.
no, I do.
So I
want
just
to
want
try
to.
like
She just said
different
all she really want to do is
cuisines and
just
things
eat
like
and shit.
that. I do just.
That's why I
wanna
made that joke.
So like I kind of envision myself as like this nomad who's like living this minimalist lifestyle, even though I like trinkets and little things. But it's just like I just want to travel and see the world. I think we as a society, like as an American society, get bogged down where it's like we work, we provide, we spend a little time with family, and then we go back to work. I would just like to be able to save up. I don't even know like what is even a reasonable or like fathomable like amount of money to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just leave for 6 or so months, travel a little bit, backpack here and there, just have different experiences, meet new people, experience new things, and then come back. That's really something that I genuinely want to do. I feel like it'll be very hard, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like buying a one-way ticket somewhere and just kind of just like figuring it out. And it's only because I'm in a space where I don't have any kids. I don't have any like real financial responsibilities, and I think why not? Why not just go before I start planning routes somewhere?
Really quickly,
If there's
I would
no
just like
better
to.
time than now.
I would like to say that all of that sounds good. I'm not like trying to say anything, but all of that sounds good. But I also, just me knowing you, I know you're a person that wants like security and things like that, and that gives you no security.
No, it doesn't.
All that is spending money. There's no any of that, unless you can find a way to monetize it via Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or something. There's gonna be no return on any of that. So
that's my.
I'm telling you that from personal experience.
I don't care about the return.
I'm saying, how do you do it if there's no return? That's my point.
That's what I say. I don't know how much money I would have to budget or save to do those things. Like, I would be okay with leaving my life in Atlanta as is and leaving for 6 months and being able to come back and like assimilate back into this culture and this community. I'm okay with taking myself out, but I just need to know, how much money do I need to save? How much money can I live off of to sustain like a certain type of like lifestyle or what have you while being international?
So what I can tell you from personal experience is that you have to make sacrifices. And some of those sacrifices, like I know for you personally, what would be your downfall in that is the amount of money that you don't mind spending on food.
Because I want to eat.
I understand that. That's cool and all, but every day, like if you could, well, not even that if you could, you would like to spend $30+ on a meal a day.
I could sacrifice other things for a good meal. You would sacrifice.
What would you sacrifice? You're not gonna sacrifice the places that you stay. I've traveled with you before. That's not happening. That's where all the money is. That's where all the money is. The places you're gonna stay and what you're gonna eat.
Say again.
The whole backpacking thing and not really having nowhere to kind of like lay your
vagabond lifestyle, man.
So it's like
ain't easy, dog.
It's not easy, but in order for me to have this like exquisite cuisine and to like just try different entrees, I would be okay with sacrificing it because I'm a person who likes to eat good food.
Sacrificing what?
Living arrangements.
Yeah, all your shots too. Because
I'm telling you,
stomach don't agree with
that. I'm just telling you this. Listen.
No, that's fine, but it's also the way that So Aaron is saying that because I was raised in a way that
I'm not talking about how you're raised.
When we travel as a family, we typically stay in a resort of some sort where people have their own bedrooms. There's like a built-in kitchen and things like that. Ultimately, it's a condo.
First of all, we did the same thing. But I'm saying I've experienced those too growing up.
But no, like you say, you experienced that growing up. But when I say that's my normal,
that was my normal too. I'm sorry, I got out on my own and realized, this shit is really fucking expensive to do on your own.
Even on my own, that is still my normal.
And how often do you travel? Have you ever gone anywhere for more than 3 weeks at a time?
No, because of work. Like the fact that I don't know what it's like to not have steady income, that's more terrifying to me than the fact that I know I'm sitting on X amount of money, and if I needed to go, I can go.
That's more my point.
Yeah. It's on your bucket list.
But my thing is, I'm not doing. It's not turning it into a lifestyle.
It's not a lifestyle. She's saying on her bucket list. It's a bucket list item.
For 6 weeks, I can go.
I didn't say that you could not.
But you're making it seem...
I'm the last person to say that you cannot do anything. First of all,
am I terrified
first and foremost, I want to say that.
But
I am not that guy.
Bucket list.
No, my nigga, I understand that. I understand that. I understand that in general. But my whole point in that was saying in general, when you have a bucket list or anything that you want to do, period, you have to make sacrifices in order to be able to do it. All I'm saying is, what are you willing to put aside to really do what's on your bucket list? Everything sounds cool to say, yeah, I want to do this. I would love to be able to do this. What are you truly willing to give up to really do it?
My plan was,
that's my
before this whole virus outbreak happened, was to travel for 6 months. I talked to you about that.
And my point is this, what's stopping you?
The fucking
now,
virus.
I understand the virus, but I'm saying you've been getting the same amount of pay and everything else and during this coronavirus. You should be making plans of where I'm going to go for 6 months if that's something you're really going to do. I'm not saying you have to book.
But I think
listen
the
to me,
difference is
please.
Because you're just like, you need to do this and do this and do this at this tape in order to make this realistic. That's the difference between you and I.
Bro, listen, all I'm trying to tell you is this in general. I have been there and done the things that you're trying to do. I'm telling you for a fact, if you do not plan these things, I'm not telling you have to be booking everything right now because that's not even realistic. If you're not planning these things, it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen.
Says the person who rolls over, and if you see an inexpensive flight, you buy it.
That's for 2 weeks.
Okay,
3 weeks, maybe a month.
But that's still
that's
a
not,
start.
My
but
nigga,
but Aaron, that's
6
a start.
months in a month.
I don't understand
Drew,
why it's okay.
How much
for
different,
you
Drew? How much
to roll
different?
over and do
Drew,
that, and then when somebody else does it, it's
Drew,
not okay.
Because I've never done that, Drew.
Yes,
how
you
much?
have.
No, I've not ever left for 6 months ever in my life. The
say
longest
leave
I've ever
for
gone for
6 months,
7 weeks.
But you roll
Drew,
over, and if you find an
Drew,
inexpensive flight,
Drew,
the first thing that you do
she's gonna continue
is
to talk
buy
over me,
it.
Drew. How much different is it planning a trip to Miami for a week versus planning a trip for Europe for 6 weeks? Tell me the difference in that. Is there a difference?
It's
a difference.
So get out of. So what are you talking
But,
about?
but my thing is like, no, but
even-
you're really
even-
trying to make it seem,
on, bro.
but you
I'm
act
telling you
like
it's
the
different. You
act
gotta
of
plan.
planning the trip is not different. When you found the trip to Iceland, was this something that I want to do in 6 months? And this is my 6 month plan, or this is what I want to do when I'm here for the 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
But the thing
it
is, you
wasn't
can't
until
really
you
compare.
bought.
You can't compare.
But it wasn't until
Go ahead, Drew, because I would love to see what he
for the
says.
simple fact of you can't compare it for the simple fact of because he's traveled so much.
And I went to,
he's not the only person
I went to
that's
Iceland
traveled.
for 5 days.
Yeah,
I
no,
went
I'm
for
saying
5
you can't
days.
go from not traveling.
But no, Aaron makes it seem as though like yes, you may have a little bit more knowledge when it comes to traveling.
I have a lot more.
But
I have
you,
a lot
but
more.
you
Let's be
cannot
honest
sit
here.
and
I have
say-
a lot more.
But
Let's
you
be honest.
cannot
I have
sit
a lot
here and
more.
say that if you were to find a cheap flight to fucking South Africa tomorrow, and if
Okay.
this wasn't going on,
Okay.
you would book it and then figure out what the fuck you wanted to do.
Would I
there.
go for
But
six- it wouldn't be for
but
6
nine
months.
times out of 10,
It would not be for
you
6
wouldn't
months.
really find the things that you want to do because knowing you get there and you wander.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I like to do.
But that's not a plan. So why is it that you not having a plan is okay for you,
Bro,
but not for me?
Bro, so you're not understanding that a week,
not a
2
plan.
weeks, 3 weeks, even a month is not
Absolutely.
6 months of travel.
But as long as as long as I have somewhere to
Bro.
stay, I'm cool.
Bro,
As long
do
as
you
I
know?
have that's
Do
that's
you
my
know?
but that's my basis of security.
Listen
I
to
have
me.
somewhere to stay
Listen to
for
me,
6
please.
months. I am
Brianna.
okay. And
Brianna.
if I say, I don't want to stay here for fucking 2 months out of the 6 months, I'm gonna go somewhere
Listen
else.
to me, please.
I can plan that.
Listen
I don't
to me,
understand why
please.
you're able to make adjustments and
Listen
navigate
to
the
me.
world as you see fit, but I can't do the same.
I'm not telling you that you cannot do the same.
All right, it's my turn to answer my
Really
bucket list
quick.
question.
Really quick. I'm gonna cut it off after this, but really quickly.
She didn't even get to finish her bucket list question.
Because it's just a fucking awful idea that I want to go
I
somewhere.
didn't say it was an awful idea. I said if you're not willing to plan and make sacrifices, it's not gonna happen.
But you act like
it's
you
a great
you
idea.
plan all these things out.
When have I ever gone anywhere for 6 months?
Okay, when you went somewhere for 7 weeks, what planning did you do?
I planned for a fucking year before I did that.
Uh-huh.
What are you
But
talking
you
about?
also were a child.
Drew, how long did we say we planned for that for a literal year?
That was that
If
was
not
literally
longer,
over
for 7 weeks.
About 10
So
months.
get out- what are you talking about?
So what did
10
you
months.
plan? But I still feel as though it's different when you're including.
The
Come
flight.
But
Bro, I
But-
can't win. Every time we
no,
give an answer, it's like, but what about
it's
this?
also different when you are including other people in your plans because you have to make sure that other people are
No, I
okay with the
don't.
things that you
Because
do.
nobody cares.
Yes, you do.
We didn't
versus
care
if
about
it's just me
anything.
moving
Drew,
on my
when we
own
went, what did we
accord.
care about? What did we care about, bro? Let's be honest.
It's my own
It was,
accord.
it, was-
We didn't care about nothing. We were
like, it
there.
wasn't
Nobody
like
cares.
It was a.
Nobody cares.
It was basically like a.
But it-
This is the cheap
But
time.
That's all
to
that
fly.
matters.
Oh, we
But
gotta
it
see-
That's all that matters.
It was a
Yeah.
group of people.
No,
It's
I've gone by myself
Okay,
and with
you
my brother
gone by-
and with Drew and my brother.
You've gone
I'm
with
telling you, it
different
don't
people, but
matter.
I also feel it does
I
matter.
have
It's-
so much. It
all
matters.
matters.
I have so
It's-
much more travel
it's
experience than you.
different
Stop arguing with me,
when you
please.
know it's
About this
different
one
when you have
topic,
to
please. I'm
go
begging you.
and put
I'm begging
things
you,
past
please.
Other people versus
I'm
it's just
begging
like,
you,
this is what I
please.
want to do on my own.
I've
and
traveled
this is
by
what I wanna do
myself
I have
for over
too.
a month. Over a month?
I've literally gone
When have you
to
gone abroad
Mexico
for over a
for
month?
3 weeks
I
by
said over a month.
myself.
I said
3
over a
weeks,
month.
4 weeks. What's the difference?
First of all, that's not true.
7 days.
First of all, that's not true. You went alone first, before, and after by yourself. The whole trip was not by yourself. First and foremost,
I
that's
met
number
some
one.
friends there. Do you not
That's
travel
number one.
internationally to meet friends? Make
No.
it make sense.
No, it's
People
not-
don't live
no.
where you be going.
You went there for a wedding
Oh,
and went.
please.
She
What
went there.
the fuck ever.
She went there for a wedding and went early and stayed after. That's no. Get the fuck out. It's not the same. Get the fuck out.
How
of
is
here.
it not?
Because
if
you went for
if
a
you
reason.
were to just go to where Paris and you knew somebody that lived there.
I didn't know anyone when I first went to Paris.
Whether you decided to just
I didn't
go
have a friend
there
when I went to Paris.
or not, it doesn't matter if that person is there. You are making your.
Who did I know in Tokyo when I went for 5 weeks?
Who
Who did I know in Tokyo when I went for 5 weeks?
I don't fucking know.
Not a goddamn soul.
Okay, but you still
not a soul.
People, and you
no,
still
I did not.
people.
I don't know any of their numbers. I can't contact any.
That's your fault because you don't give a damn about other people.
You're Brianna, please, really quickly, and we can stop. I am telling you, I have so much more travel experience. I understand you've been places. I'm not trying to shit on you, demean your experiences or anything. I'm telling you for 1,000,000% fact, I have a lot more travel experience than you. Okay. I am telling you that you need to plan it.
But
please listen to me.
Where it's just like,
please listen to me.
People travel. It doesn't matter. Black people.
And what do I always say?
Travel,
to plan it.
Really travel.
To plan and make sacrifices. I say the same thing all the time. You want to buy your fucking $200 Jordans? My nigga, go buy your passport first.
You are exhausted.
Because you don't listen and you want what I say to fit what you think all the time.
Exhausting.
Go ahead. Or finish your thought, please, bro. I'm
done.
fucking
You're
done.
Exhausted.
Because I can't say nothing and I don't make no sense ever.
My bucket list item, ladies and gentlemen, is as crazy and naive as it may sound, but I want to change the world in a very dramatic way. I want to create, and not change the world in like some crazy innovation. I just want to change the world like in the way people think. Like, I want it to be a more positive, peaceful place on the planet whenever I die. And I want to win a Nobel Peace Prize for doing it.
A Nobel Peace Prize.
And that's not even like a bucket list. That's like a goal type of thing. But that's really, I never really even thought about the bucket list question either myself. But because but that's one thing I know in the end that I want to definitely, like, before I die, whether it's a Nobel Peace Prize,
touch people, influence them in a
like I want to just pass on the positivity of the world.
What are you doing to like make that come to be?
I couldn't even say like that's why it wasn't a question I even thought about too much, because really to do it now I just live a peaceful life. I think we all could play a role in that. We all can make the world better, and that's my main type of thing. I have other goals, I would say, but like to say, but sure, before I die, I would love to just change, whether it be like Barack Obama when he's a kid. Oh yeah, there was this old man Andrew that had told me this or showed me this, or whether it's somebody who might be working at my store now, be like, man, I had this manager, that man worked boom, and he was just like blah blah blah, and he showed like had that type of impact on somebody who might change the world, or I be the one who
on some Tupac shit,
just in a positive. And almost in a sense, like that's one thing. My mind. I know at times I might get gritty and seem like over the top, but other than that, like I like to make people feel comfortable at all times. I love when people feel comfortable. I love awkward situations because I can make awkward situations feel comfortable for people around me, and I like confrontation in a nice, tasteful way. So therefore, like where some people may not be or be nervous or uncomfortable, I like to be that person to be like, okay, I don't know. That's just my that's what I would love to do before I die.
To just
and of course, I got a lot of other goals. But
just
yeah, like
leave
before
a lasting
I die,
mark
on my bucket list.
On
Earth.
Just leave a mark.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't even have to measure it by like the accolades or what you, because a lot of
but
the
I would
time,
like a Nobel Peace Prize.
You would like the recognition, but a lot of people they don't. A lot of people don't get to see that recognition. A lot of people don't get their flowers until they dead and gone.
Yeah, so I know when y'all dead, it's gonna be R.I.P.
You gotta be able to self validate yourself in knowing that you touch somebody and you spread a certain.
But the thing right now in life, because I feel like I do, like I feel like I do that a lot. Not even now, but like the same thing Beach talked about, like with credit. And I even just recently started doing the stocks, but now at work, I benefited it too, because I got like 20 something people to be downloading the Robinhood app, and then I get a free stock, they get a free stock. But like showing people stuff like that, and me still being young and being at the level that I am in my job, they all listen and take a lot of heed. Whereas for me, whenever I first started making money and stuff and buying stupid stuff, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, do that. Oh, look at Andrew. Look at you doing, oh yeah, there you go, flex. But now I push the total opposite on them. I be like, yo, y'all got this money, go open you up a money market account. Go open you up this. And even if you just put $25 a week, like stuff like that nobody taught me. same type of thing to piggyback off what Beans was talking about. Like, I do that all day at work because as I'm living and learning my money, there's things that I know if I knew whenever I was 19, making a little bit of money, I would be so far ahead right now.
I feel like
just
those
like the same
experiences, though, were needed.
Yeah, of course, 100. And like you said, we do better than our parents. So my parents are immigrants in this country. They knew nothing. So just us coming here was a plus. So now I want to share this to my kids, but also to just the young people who I even interact with. I even text my cousins about, I didn't even go all the way through, but told them download Robinhood, but they don't have bank accounts, so they can't really tie a card to it. But just like little things like that, like that's just what I just want to keep on doing throughout life. No matter wherever I'm placed or wherever stage it is I'm in life, I know that is something I will always do.